Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Sage. I've been asked for a skincare update, so I thought I'd go through that with you today. This is me, absolutely no makeup on whatsoever, not even mascara, nothing. So this is my skin, 51.5 years old, a bit of pigmentation on my face, some fine lines, whatever, I don't really care about those. That is part of aging after all. So what's on my face right now? This morning I have just used micellar water and moisturizer and sunscreen, and I will go through those things with you right now. It's winter time here in Australia, so typically I'm not washing my face as much, but I do like to do a cleanse before I do the rest of my morning routine, which is pretty quick, I have to say. Now, over the years, I have told you my love for Bioderma Sensibio H2O micellar water. I still love it, don't get me wrong, but I have found something that is also wonderful and doesn't irritate my eyes, and it is the Pyongyang Yul low pH cleansing water. You can see I've used quite a lot, and that is because I am a huge fan of this product. And look at the beautiful aesthetics of it, that beautiful blue purple hue. There you are. Let me show you the label using my new camera. Okay, that's it. But this one's really easy to get, so I certainly will not stop using it. And you can see I've started using it anyway, but I am enjoying them both. I finally found another micellar water that I like. After I've cleansed my face, either in the shower or with the micellar water, I will go in with this baby. It is superb. I have used this. I discovered this when I was in Europe 2 years ago, and I was so excited when Aveeno released these in Australia. The Triple Oat Serum range, or the Calm and Restore range, actually. So I have used the cleanser several times. I have bought this several times. If you are a newbie to skincare, if you are really a quick and sort of out the door person, but you still want to look after your skin barrier, I highly recommend the Aveeno Triple Oat Serum to you underneath your sunscreen or your moisturizer. It is delightful. It is absolutely delightful, and it's not expensive anywhere. So as you can see, I'll be done with this fairly soon. I am a serum enthusiast, as you're about to discover when I show you my nighttime routine. After that, in the mornings, I'll go in with an eye serum. I really love these two. I have been using this new one to me, Catrice's Caffeine Kick serum. It has one of those rollerball applicators. It's beautiful for depuffing in the mornings under the eyes. Note of warning though, the applicator is a little bit flimsily attached to my tube. I don't know whether that's a common problem, but if you get this, just be mindful of that. But it's a wonderful product, and it's really, really inexpensive. And now that we have Catrice here in Australia, I can see myself repeat purchasing this, because it's the sort of thing that I love to depuff under my eyes in the morning. Another alternative K-Beauty one is really, really fantastic and freely available to people in the US, I think, because Good Molecules is a US owned brand, even though it's a K-Beauty brand, like made in Korea. Good Molecules Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel reduces signs of puffiness and plumps the appearance of fine lines, and I can testify to that. I've got it on today. It does have a black tea smell about it, so that's where the caffeine's coming from. I think yerba is a tea, type of tea. Please correct me if you know what it is. I've tried to look it up. Anyway, it's a beautiful ingredient list, and that's what attracted me to it in the first place. Also quite inexpensive. You get a really decent amount in this aluminium tube. It will take me forever to use that, because you only need like a 5-cent piece worth. A 5-cent piece is like a dime. in the US. So that's the size that you need for the under eye. And also I use it on my lids as well. After that, on all over my face and my neck, I'm using the Revitalift Filler Microepidermic Cream from L'Oreal. This has its own dispenser. I usually use 2 pumps worth, one for the face, one for the neck. It is a hyaluronic acid water cream, so it's kind of like the Beauty of Joseon one, or perhaps the Laneige one. Anyway, it's not cheap because it's L'Oreal, but if you ever pay full price for L'Oreal, you need to start looking some online catalogs or some discount stores online, because I never pay full price. I'm too cheap for that. So this one I think I got for about $25 or $30, which is about $20 or so off its recommended retail price. Yeah, just look around. You can find these things on online or in Chemist Warehouse, and Priceline's having a huge sale at the moment in Australia. So that's 50 mils. And I know that I love L'Oreal's moisturizers. I've used their Laser Lift ×3 cream over and over again. I thought I'd try this one. I like it. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. I'm alternating that L'Oreal cream with the Moira Peptide Enzyme Energy Moisture cream. I have repeat purchased this. You can see she's almost done. This is one of my favorite moisturizers of all time. In my opinion, this is a dupe for the Ole Henriksen Strength Trainer. I have worn them back to back, tried to test them out. The ingredient decks are very, very similar. This is about $30 Australian. The Ole Henriksen is, I think, closer to $70 here in Australia from Mecca. Yes, Ole Henriksen is at Mecca. I'm not saying I don't like the Ole Henriksen one. I actually used it first, and then I discovered this, and I went, this is the same. This is exactly the same to me. Anyway, problem is with Moira, the Australian distributor is a sketchy operation, and I Discount Beauty Boutique, and I've advised you before not to purchase from them. If you are in the US or somewhere like, I don't know what the tariff thing, I don't know what trade restrictions are going on now, sorry, but you could get this still. It's reasonably priced. You can buy it on Amazon, I think. And it is fantastic cream, but I will not be buying Moira again until a reputable Australian distributor appears, and that makes me sad, because Moira is one of my favorite brands. Sunscreen. I don't care that it's winter. I don't care that the UV index is 3. I am wearing sunscreen every day regardless. So I have been loving the Torriden Dive In Moisture Sun Cream, low molecular hyaluronic acid, SPF 50, PA+++. It is beautiful. If you hate the feeling of sunscreen, give this a try in winter. You might just be converted. Okay, it's not water resistant or anything like that if you're in hot weather or you're swimming, just letting you know, but it is a beautiful primer for makeup, and it has a slight blue tint. So the color of the tube is basically the color of the sunscreen. So if you're reddish like me, then this will actually counteract that. And I'm wearing it today. Not too red. My all-time favorite sunscreen is, as you would know, hyaluronic acid watery sun gel from Isntree. I cannot even think how many tubes of this I have now gone through. Probably a dozen, maybe more than that since I discovered it. It is fantastic. Fantastic for everybody, all skin types. It does not sting my eyes. I can put this everywhere, but it's not water resistant. Neither of them are, but they are both elegant on the skin. I'm not talking about the efficacy side of things. I'm just talking about the way they wear, and they wear superbly. So, sunscreen, always, every day, doesn't matter what I'm doing. Even if I'm sitting inside, reading a book, I'll still have sunscreen on. To begin with, I take my eye makeup off because I often wear, you know, high pigment makeup. I often wear more waterproof mascara over the top of a non-waterproof mascara. I wear a lot of sunscreen. I wear, you know, layers of this, that, and the other. So I take my makeup off first, and you can see this one's nearly done, with the Bioderma Sensibio H2O Eye Biphase Micellar Water. It is superb for getting any makeup, waterproof or otherwise, off. Literally, I don't use anything else to get makeup off. And this is great because you don't need to rinse. I do, but you don't need to. Then I'll get in the shower and I'll do basically a triple cleanse, I suppose, because I wear makeup nearly every day. And it's just good for my skin to give it, you know, a really good clean. The Bioderma Sensibio Micellar Cleansing Oil, and I finished this bottle. Now you're thinking, hang on, that's not it. It's not, you're right. I used this bottle up of it and I really loved it. And it is a great product, don't get me wrong. But it's very lightweight oil, so it sort of runs a bit. It's a bit runny in the shower for me. And so when I finished it off, I refilled this bottle because it's quite a cute bottle and it fits in my new bathroom niche, which I have. I refilled it with, and I'm showing you the refill because this is what I now buy, the Bioderma Adderderm Soothing Lipid Replenishing Cleansing Oil for body, face and hands. This has a bit of a gel-like feel to it and it's a bit thicker. So even though it doesn't foam, it washes, you feel very clean afterwards. You don't have an oily film on your skin. And there's no cloudiness. Like if you put it near your eyes aren't going to look cloudy or feel cloudy, which I suspect, you know, is better for the eye area generally. So I've been buying these refills now for about a year. And so I've refilled this bottle with this product. They're sister products basically from the same brand. Bioderma is an excellent skincare brand. I would say, apart from my beloved Dermaveen, Bioderma is my favorite sort of chemist warehouse, drugstore, whatever you want to call it, skincare brand. I find myself buying a lot of their products over and over again. Because I'm a clean freak, I then wash my face with a gel cleanser or a cream cleanser in the shower. And this is a long time favorite and I'm nearly done. As you can see, I've probably got a few uses left of the Bioderma Adderderm Gentle Cleansing Gel. This is suitable for everyone. Anybody in the family can use it. It has that beautiful spa-like fragrance, sort of like shampoo, but milder. And I love it. It just has that, I don't know, it smells French. What else can I say? And so apart from my beloved Dermaveen wash, this is the one that I use. Now, I typically use this guy in summer and have it in the other bathroom, but I've thought, oh, well, I don't want to open another Dermaveen until I've finished this one. So I'm finishing this off, even though it's typically more of a spring, summer type product for me. And I use it all over my body because I don't use soap. So my face, everywhere, like my feet, I even wash my feet, under my arms, all of that with it. And it's just beautiful. I have been using from time to time this Numbusan Deep Clean Fresh Cream Cleanser number 2. I got this out thinking my daughter would love it, and she does. But yes, and we've used about half of the tube, I can see. And this is a K-Beauty brand. This is a very inexpensive product. It does leave a bit of a film, I have to say, and then I have to tone with when I use this one. And I also find it leaves a bit of a scum in my shower, which I'm, you know, my brand new bathroom, I'm not too fond of that. Whereas this one never does. So I'm not using this so much in the shower as I would be over the sink. And it leaves your skin very squeaky clean. So if you are oily, you might love this. You might really love this. I know my skin is very clean after I've used it. Whilst I'm sitting down watching telly, it's, you know, the evening time, and my husband and I are just relaxing. I've been toning with the AHC Youth Focus Pro Retinol 11 times. Huge bottle, gorgeous purple packaging, almost done. There's the line there. This is over $70 in Australia. I don't think I'll be repeat purchasing this just because of the price. I know there are lots of beautiful milky toners and other sorts of toners around in my collection and on the market that don't cost that much. How much impact does a toner really have as well? You know, it's a step that potentially you could skip, but I don't. So, because, you know, I'm a skincare enthusiast. Anyway, you don't have to tone if you don't want to, as long as your face is already clean. Eye creams next. I go in first with the Neutrogena Hydra Boost eye cream. This is a gel-like cream. This has been around for years and years. I've come back to this. I really enjoyed it when I used it some years ago. I thought I'm going to give that another try. The packaging is cute. It's very travel friendly. You get a decent amount of product. Neutrogena is a mid-price brand, and they are, you know, they have a decent reputation. Over that, but I'll usually use this later on in the routine, is the Neutrogena Retinol Pro Eye Cream, fragrance free. This is a thicker, richer cream, and for winter, I really like that. I really want that. But I don't use this until after I've used my LED mask. We are coming to that step. Before I put my LED mask on, and I wear one here and one on my face, I usually put a couple of hydrating serums on, and this one, as you know, is one of my all-time favorite serums, and this is a huge bottle because I love this. I will probably keep using this forever. Timeless Coenzyme Q10 Serum. The ingredient decks are simple, they are effective. The ratio of ingredients in here is, they're proven. So this one I think is about $83 Australian for this enormous 120ml bottle, and I buy mine from Lila Beauty. But you can buy Timeless from Stylevana, Yes Style, probably Olive Young in the United States. I think it is an American owned brand, but they are made in Korea, and their simple ingredient list is appealing. It's appealing. They're not overdone. The other one I've been using, and I'll be finished this very soon, and it's only lasted me a very short time. Revox are a brand out of the EU, and their serums are incredibly inexpensive, and I've used several of them before. The salicylic acid is great if you have blocked pores, oily skin. This one is the Smoothing Face Serum Cherry Blossom Rice Oil. Whilst it's nice, the dropper is rubbish. It doesn't even work. I have to keep tipping it out like that, and then I get too much, and then I'm like, well, there you are. It's only 20 mils anyway, which is smaller than most serum bottles. Most serum bottles are 30 mils. Mind you though, I think this was $7. So Revox, I've seen Revox in Kmart in Australia. I don't know if they've got the serums, but I got this from either Cosmetic Capital or Glow Vault. They are my go-to discount website, beauty websites. Made in the EU. Now, this is interesting. It has quite a nice ingredient list. And I was like, cherry blossom, yum. But it smells like coconut. I don't get cherry blossom at all. I get coconut. Is there coconut in there? There might be a polymer in there that's a preservative or something. They often do use coconut for that purpose. If you are coconut oil sensitive, or yeah, you probably shouldn't use this. But it's nice. Will I buy it again? No, I won't. Simply because packaging is important to me and this just doesn't cut it. The Cos de Baja Hydroquinone Brightening Serum is amazing. It has hydroquinone 2%, arbutin, which is a hyperpigmentation reducer, niacinamide 4%, which is in the fun zone for niacinamide. Anything over 5% you don't need. A BHA compound, kojic acid and lactic acid. Speaking my language, big time. A wonderful formulation. I don't know if you can get this in the EU because they have restrictions on hydroquinone. We apparently don't in Australia. I'm still seeing Plunkett's face fading cream in places, and I got this from Lila Beauty, which is an Australian based K beauty supplier. I love Cos de Baja. They are a very inexpensive brand, but their formulas are amazing. Now, if you are very hypersensitive, you should probably stay away from anything that's got this level of acid in it. Hydroquinone as well. Try a low percentage niacinamide instead if you want to reduce your hyperpigmentation but you're very sensitive. And then I would introduce a retinol, but a low percentage retinol. We'll break from the nighttime routine just a wee bit and go back to shower or body care. So after my shower in the evenings, I use the Frank Body Smoothing Body AHA lotion. I have used bottle after bottle of this. It is fantastic for keratosis pilaris or chicken skin. I get it on the backs of my arms. It is great for dry, crepey skin in the winter, on my legs and the backs of my legs and on my upper back. I get it there as well, really, really dry. It is marvelous. And I even love the smell. It smells to me like Staminade. Who remembers Staminade? Whose dad used to drink Staminade thinking they were like a huge athlete? My dad did. Anyway, Smoothing AHA body lotion. Love it. It's got lactic and glycolic acid. It's reasonably priced. You get a huge bottle for $30 from Mecca, $30 Australian from Mecca in Australia. It is an Australian owned and made brand. I don't know if it's available overseas, but if you are in the US and you're not using amlactin, then you should be, because I'm trying to get my hands on amlactin all the time, and Amazon stuff me around. They go like, no, we won't deliver that one to your, part of the world. Thanks. No thanks. Okay. So in the mornings, I slather myself with Dermaveen Intensive Moisture Lotion, the purple label, not the orange one. People always get the purple. This is a big dog. This one's down to here. I'll finish this within probably 2 or 3 weeks. Dermaveen's base ingredient is colloidal oatmeal. If you know anything about skin, you know colloidal oatmeal is wonderful for protecting the skin barrier. Now on really lazy days, I'll even just chuck this on my face. Everywhere, all over. Not scented, can use it on your kids, brilliant. Any kids that got a little bit of psoriasis, put that on their skin and it will help, or eczema as well. Back to nighttime. My serums have settled on my skin. I am going in with my LED mask. I stopped wearing it for a while. Don't ask me why, probably just laziness. And this is the Dr. Dennis Gross face mask, LED mask. I'm not sure of its actual name anymore. I've thrown the box away. But this has 3 settings. It has the red. Okay, there's the red. It has the purple for acne. And it has the red and the purple for the people that have both conditions, which sometimes is me, particularly in the summer. It has a 3-minute setting. It has high grade LED lamps in it, and it is just back at Mecca. I'm happy to say they've finally got them back. They've been without stock for, I think, about a year. I can imagine there would have been people saying, where is the Dr. Dennis Grace masks? So they've now got them back at Mecca, Australia. This is an investment, folks. I was getting laser some years back, and that was costing me $250 a session to get my hyperpigmentation addressed and my rosacea addressed by laser. It was great. It worked, believe me. But to follow up, I was like, do I want to continue to have this done? Can I afford to continue to have this done long term? And I decided to use my tax return 3-4 years ago now to buy this. And I also bought the collar as well, which goes around here. And I also put it up here and hold it there, which isn't the most comfortable thing to do, but it's only for 3 minutes. So it's not like I'm going to get a crick in my neck after that short amount of time. I'm trying to address this situation here a little bit. I do a little bit of face yoga as well. But I think this is the Spectra Pro Wear something or other. So it's Dr. Dennis Gross as well. And you can see it's got 2 time settings, the 3-minute and the 14-minute. 14 minutes, and it only has red. It doesn't have the blue. So this is for this area here, which is on me, a particularly sun damaged area. And I think a lot of Australians can relate to that. You know, we use sunscreen on our faces and that's fine, and we wear a hat, but the heat or the UV that's actually bouncing off the ground at us, or the pool, or the cricket pitch, or wherever it is, you know, outside, is significant. And this is an area that gets hit by sun, or when you're driving even, gets hit by sun, even if we don't think it's being hit by sun. My husband, who works outside every day, he has a V like that because of his work shirts. And now, of course, he actually has to do his work shirts up a bit more to protect his skin. He's not much of a sunscreen wearer. Ooh, who can relate to that? So these are great, but they are expensive. And I'm talking probably over $700 now each at Mecca. But when I stacked up how much I was spending on my laser and how much I was going to get use out of these, then this was kind of the no-brainer. And I've got 3 good years out of these, and they are still working perfectly. There are other brands of LED mask, and I don't use it every single night. It's probably every other night, realistically. So after that, and there are other brands, but don't buy one from Temu, for heaven's sake. You don't know if it's going to start a house fire, frankly. I've seen some terrible news reports about batteries, ion batteries, and cheap stuff that people are buying, toys and things like that. You know, you can imagine a kid's toy starting a house fire while your child's playing with it would be the worst sort of nightmare I can just about imagine. Make sure you're buying one, do a bit of research, make sure you're buying one that has a warranty, that has some sort of brand behind it, that has a reputation in terms of dermatology or plastic surgery perhaps. Yeah, and you know, just do a bit of research, just do a bit of reading about it first. Nearly there, hooray, you say. Okay, retinol at the moment, and I just go through retinols pretty quickly. And I'm always trying new ones because I want to be able to talk to you about their effectiveness. I dived in when Adore Beauty had a 30% off sale some months ago and finally bought the Medicate Crystal Retinol 20 Stable Retinol Night Serum for experienced users only. That's important that they state that on their packaging. It's very responsible of them. Medicate is available worldwide, I believe. It is a UK brand. Do I like this? Absolutely. I wish I hadn't bought it in a way because it's $160 a tube here in Australia. But they do have levels which I really like. They've got level 1, they've got level 3, they've got level 5 or 6, then it goes to a 10, then the 20. Now, I'm only using the 20 because I've been using retinaldehydes for years. It is the gold standard in skincare for mature skin. It is the gold standard for people who have hyperpigmentation. It is also the gold standard for skincare, for anti-acne skincare. That is how retinols were first used back in the 80s, and yes, they've been around since the 80s. Retin A, you might remember that cream was given to people who had acne. It did have some negative side effects. I don't think it's available in the same formulation anymore, that particular cream, which is probably, it was associated with people getting some sun damage. There was also some implications that it mixed with other medications quite negatively. So they've worked on that, and then they came up with tretinoin. And so there's these levels of vitamin A, because they're all forms of vitamin A, you see. And tretinoin, of course, is only available on prescription in Australia, and I think that is true in most countries, not all, okay? Tretinoin is, I've used it. I've used 2 tubes of what's the brand name here in Australia is called Retrieve. And I'm seeing the dermatologist on Thursday, and I'm thinking I might ask for a new script. So that is the highest level of retinol, I should say. And I have to be careful when I'm using it because it does make me quite irritated at first. You've got to use a lot. I've got to use a lot of skin barrier protecting ingredients like, say, Vaseline, for example, to keep it in check. This one is amazing. My skin looks, well, I think it looks great. And I'm using this not every night, and I'm only using, for me, this is hard, I'm only using 1 pump. To try and restrict myself to 1 pump has been hard. But then I think about how much I paid for it, and that tells me, okay, just use the 1 pump. I never use it near my eyes. Never. I use it there. I use it here. I use it here. I use it here. I rub it into my nose because vitamin A will break up blocked pores like comedones. I use it around here and I use it there like so. I use a tiny bit down here, not too much, because that for me is quite a sensitive area. So I would most likely go in with something like my eye cream instead on my chest, which might seem weird to you, but it's a little bit gentler, and it's, yeah, I've already got a fair bit of product there already, and I've done the mask and all the rest of it. So the Medicate Crystal Retinol range is unreal. I don't know of anyone online or in real life that has used it that has said that stuff is rubbish, because it's really, really very good. And yeah, if you're using it, let me know how you're finding it. But please, please don't go in with a strong one like this. You need to build up. I started using retinaldehyde years ago, and I started using a 0.1% strength from Chemist Warehouse. The Neutrogena one is beautiful, the Pro Retinol Repair. The L'Oreal one, I think it's called the Triple Active Serum. I go back to it sometimes because I really love it. That's also really good, and never pay full price for those, will you? Make sure you get them on discount. They are very nice entry-level retinols, okay? Please don't use them near your eyes, and please patch test first. Another great place to use your retinol, if you find that you're getting too hypersensitive, stop for a few nights, even a week, okay? And then come back and try again. But use it on the backs of your hands. Look at the backs of my hands. I have virtually gotten rid of the hyperpigmentation on the backs of my hands, rubbing excess retinol onto the backs of my hands. And now, of course, I put sunscreen there every single day. The backs of the hands are a really fast, like they age really quickly because they're always exposed, aren't they? But that is the whitest and clearest the backs of my hands have been since I was about 30, and I am nearly 52. So do with that information what you will. Face is one thing, backs of the hands also need to be attended to. Our arms as well. I mean, I'm very, very freckly on my arms. That's sun exposure. You can see the white pock marks there. That is all sun. So can't reverse it all, can't go back in time, but I'm now trying to do the best things I can to make sure it's not going to get any worse. Skin check coming on Thursday. Fingers crossed for me. Hey, no more cancers, please, please, please. Something I left out was the standard procedure lip balm, SPF 50, thirst quenching lip balm. I've got mine in a coconut flavour. I don't know if they come in other flavours. I love the retro packaging. It takes me right back to my childhood. Lip primer. If nothing else, wear it as a lip primer. Put it on before you start doing the rest of your makeup. By the time you're doing your lips, it will be settled down. It will be will have sunk in. You can put your lip liner on, your lipstick on, and go about your day. It's really, really good. And I think it's about $20. Not a huge thing, only 5 grams, but very, very good product. I really like it. The Airy Day one tastes terrible. This one tastes fine. It doesn't, I don't feel like I'm wanting to wipe it off. Whew, that was a lot, wasn't it? So, if you followed all of that, if you've got to the end, yay for you. Thank you so much for watching. It was fun actually going through my current skincare routine. It's a lot, I know, but you got to remember that I am an experimenter. I am a skincare enthusiast, big time. I mean, I have a salon. I'm in my salon right now. And I'm trying things all the time. But having said that, there are things that will always be in my routine. And that is sunscreen, of course. That is the double cleanse with an oil cleanser. That is the brands like Bioderma, Dermaveen, which is an Australian brand, and Aveeno. I love those 3 brands. They make really, really good products. Frank Body make really good products. They are an Australian brand. And the K-Beauty stuff that I've gotten into in the last couple of years, I'm hard-pressed to find a serum or a K-Beauty product that I really dislike, or my skin dislikes. And I think it's because there's genuine science behind most of the K-Beauty stuff. They're not sort of hyped up. They're not celebrity brands. They're not made by, incubator brands. They're not owned by big corporations. Some of them are now. Some of them are. Beauty of Joseon, I think, is owned by Estee Lauder. But most of them are still independently working towards creating good skincare for the Korean market, first of all, or the Japanese market, first of all, so the Southeast Asian market. And then we in the West are now sitting up and going, they've really got something good here. They're going on with they're using really incredible ingredients. What are they doing that we're not doing? So have a look at K-Beauty if you're not already. There's an overwhelming number of products out there. Take my advice if you like. Think about the ingredients that I've said are worthwhile investigating, and also moisturizing. Keep your skin hydrated. Drink lots of water every day. Drink green tea. Bleh, I hate it, but I drink it anyway. It is really good for, that inside out effect with beauty. Okay, thank you heaps for watching this very long-winded video. I mean, I could talk about skincare all day, every day. I will try not to do that in future. Heaps of love to you all. Talk to you again soon. Bye.